first time ever an object from interstellar space has been observed to visit our solar system.
In 2017, Oumuamua, a strange cigar-shaped object passed through our solar system, moving so fast and behaving so strangely that scientists were left stunned. It wasn't like any comet or asteroid we've ever seen. Now, Neil deGrasse Tyson shares shocking news. Oumuamua has returned, and it's not alone. Several mysterious objects have been spotted alongside it, raising big questions about their origin. Are we on the verge of first contact with something beyond Earth?
Some fast-moving thing in the solar system with hyperbolic speeds headed towards Earth, and then it rapidly begins to slow down. Oumuamua is the first visitor.
Or is the universe revealing a deeper mystery? Join us as we explore the truth behind this cosmic enigma. The unexpected return. Recently, Neil deGrasse Tyson, an American astrophysicist, author, and science communicator, dropped a bombshell statement. He said Oumuamua is back, and the most shocking part of it is that it didn't come alone. He went further by revealing the form and trajectories it took, which has since generated a lot of reactions from individuals and scientists alike. While some scientists maintain that these objects are pieces of celestial material expelled from other star systems, others believe we have something much more fascinating on our hands. Now, the real question is, what has Oumuamua returned with this time around? And could this mark a turning point in our conception of the universe? But before we dive into details of what was revealed, let's take a look into Oumuamua and its first appearance. Stick around. This might just be the beginning of what is about to be revealed. Reports have it that Oumuamua is the first confirmed object from another star to visit our solar system. The interstellar interloper is believed to be a rocky, cigar-shaped object with a somewhat reddish hue. The name Oumuamua was reportedly given by its discoverers, which means a messenger from afar arriving first in Hawaiian. Sources claim that Oumuamua is up to 1/4 mile, approximately 400 meters long, and perhaps 10 times as long as it is wide. It is widely believed that the aspect ratio is greater than that of any asteroid or comet observed in our solar system to date. While its elongated shape is quite surprising, and unlike objects seen in our solar system, reports have it that it may provide new clues into how other solar systems formed. Various observations suggest this unusual object had been wandering through the Milky Way, unattached to any star system, for hundreds of millions of years before its chance encounter with our star system. Immediately after its discovery, telescopes around the world, including ESO's Very Large Telescope in Chile, were reportedly called into action to measure the object's orbit, brightness, and color. To get the best data, a telescope for viewing from ground base was put in place as it was considered vital. Combining the images from the FORCE instrument on the ESO telescope using 4 different filters with those of other large telescopes, a team of astronomers led by Karen Meach of the Institute for Astronomy in Hawaii reportedly found that Oumuamua varies in brightness by a factor of 10 as it spins on its axis every 7.3 hours. No known asteroid or comet from our solar system is believed to vary so widely in brightness with such a large ratio between length and width. Sources claim that the most elongated objects we have seen to date are no more than 3 times longer than they are wide. Meach, another popular science communicator, said that the unusually big variation in brightness revealed how elongated the object is. He added that they also found that it had a reddish color, similar to objects in the outer solar system, and confirmed that it is completely inert, without the faintest hint of dust around it. Further reports suggest that Oumuamua properties are dense, composed of rock and possibly metals, has no water or ice, and that its surface was reddened due to the effects of irradiation from cosmic rays over hundreds of millions of years. It was reported that a few large ground-based telescopes continued to track the fading object as it receded from our planet. 2 of NASA's space telescopes, Hubble and Spitzer, reportedly tracked the object traveling about 85,700 miles per hour, which is approximately 38.3 kilometers per second relative to the Sun. Its outbound path is said to be about 20 degrees above the plane of planets that orbit the Sun. Oumuamua reportedly passed Mars's orbit around November 1 and was predicted to pass Jupiter's orbit in May of 2018. It was also believed to travel beyond Saturn's orbit in January 2019, as it left our solar system and headed for the constellation Pegasus. Now, with reports that Oumuamua has returned, and not just alone, but with something powerful that threatens to shake our world. Now, the question is, are we standing at a turning point in the history of humankind, or have we been spied on for longer than we can possibly think? Buckle up, because the truth that will be revealed next might be the most shocking revelation you have ever heard. Multiple objects spotted. Neil deGrasse Tyson revealed that new objects, just like the Oumuamua, with the same trajectories have been spotted. And the most ominous thing is that they seem to be traveling in a coordinated fashion, as if they are adhering to some preset agenda. According to NASA, subsequent analysis of data collected by various telescopes before this date has extended observations back to 14th of June, and further observations have reportedly been made. These objects have now been confirmed to be placed into an asteroid or comet category, but its abnormal acceleration and cigar-like shape reportedly set it apart. With the latest development, astronomers are reported to have started tracking the newly spotted comet hailing from parts unknown, which happens to be only the third time such an interstellar object has been observed visiting our solar system. But what could this object mean? And what's its mission? According to U.S. space agency NASA, the interloper, named 3I Atlas, was first spotted on Tuesday, July 1st, by an asteroid terrestrial impact last alert system, or ATLAS, telescope located in Rio Hurtado, Chile. Astronomers claim its unusual trajectory indicated it had ventured from beyond our solar system. Journeying at a speed of around 37 miles, which is approximately 60 kilometers per second, from the direction of the center of the Milky Way galaxy, 3I Atlas is said to be presently located at about 420 million miles from Earth. University of Hawaii astronomer Larry Deno, co-principal investigator for Atlas, said on July 30th, 2025, that they do not know very much about this new object.
Who cares about stars and galaxies? And so the Atlas data not only is useful for finding hazardous asteroids, but can provide a huge value to other astronomers because of the other kinds of things that we see.
But efforts are underway to observe with larger telescopes to determine its composition. He stated that the only such interstellar visitors previously observed were the Oumuamua, detected in 2017, and 2I Borisov, discovered in 2019. He revealed that the comet has some similarities to 2I Borisov in that it appears to be an icy comet, but it is much larger, possibly 10 kilometers in diameter. Deno added that it currently has a faint coma, referring to the cloud of gas and dust surrounding a comet's nucleus. But the coma and tail is believed to increase dramatically as the object comes closer to the Sun. He claimed that its closest approach to the Sun will be later this year, when it will come inside the orbit of Mars, adding that they don't know what will happen. However, astronomers believe that the comet poses no threat to Earth and will never come closer than 150 million miles, which is approximately 240 million kilometers away, equivalent to more than 1 over 2 times the distance between Earth and the Sun. The comet is said to be currently located at about 416 million miles from the Sun and will reach its closest approach to the Sun around October 30th this year, when it will be about 130 million miles away from our star. As expected, there have been several reactions and suggestions regarding this newly detected object from scientists and various bodies around the world. But how have they reacted to the news of a new visitor approaching the Earth? Stick around to the end for a surprise twist. NASA, SETI, and global reactions. In a controversial new research paper submitted last month at Harvard University, Avi Loeb, a co-writer of the paper, claimed that the recently discovered object could be the work of evil aliens. The paper reportedly poses the hypothesis that the comet 3I Atlas could be alien technology and possibly hostile. According to his argument, 3I Atlas could have been sent by a hidden and nefarious alien force somewhere out in the galaxy, and perhaps to spy humans. The writers cited the comet's trajectory and high speed, claiming it would provide various benefits to an extraterrestrial intelligence. Loeb told TV station WBZ that all possibilities should be put on the table, that it's a rock, a comer, or something else until evidence is obtained, and data tells us what it is. However, this has reportedly been met with utter dismissal by other experts. The University of Regina's Samantha Lawler told Live Science that all evidence points to this being an ordinary comet that was ejected from another solar system, just as countless billions of comets have been ejected from our own solar system. Another astronomer, Michigan State University's Daryl Seligman, seemed to have agreed when he told the outlet that there have been numerous telescopic observations of 3I Atlas demonstrating that it's displaying classical signatures of cometary activity. According to Dr. Graykowski, this activity manifests as a coma, a diffuse envelope of gas and dust created by the transition from solid to gas of volatile compounds. He reiterated that the early onset of sublimation indicates the presence of highly volatile ices, potentially providing a pristine record of the object's origin outside the solar system. Dr. Davenport emphasized that 3I Atlas is moving faster than either of the previous interstellar visitors at roughly 60 meters per second, suggesting it was ejected from its parent stellar system with substantial kinetic energy, which he said may be possibly due to gravitational interactions with massive planetary bodies or close stellar encounters. However, in a bid to know more about the object, a philanthropy-backed effort called the Galileo Project, championed by Loeb, proposed the use of data from existing and upcoming survey telescopes, such as the 8-meter Vera C. Rubin Observatory, under construction in Chile, to look for more objects like Oumuamua. It is believed that detecting incoming objects early will give researchers more time to study them than the 2 months it took before Oumuamua passed out of the range of telescopes. Loeb also hopes to design, in collaboration with space agencies or companies, a launch-ready space mission to study an asteroid at close quarters. According to reports, some researchers involved in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence welcomed the studies. Jason Wright, director of the Penn State Extraterrestrial Intelligence Center, said everyone would be thrilled to get a close-up look at something like Oumuamua. However, Adam Frank, an astrophysicist of the University of Rochester, warned that there's a need for everyone to be ready for the next Oumuamua. Others wonder what the Galileo Project will add to ongoing searches for interstellar objects. Alan Fitzsimmons of Queen's University Belfast, co-leader of the Oumuamua investigation team organized by the International Space Science Institute, notes that existing alert networks already scour telescope data on an hourly basis in search of incoming interstellar objects. Fitzsimmons added that the European Space Agency is working on a comet interceptor mission to launch in 2028 that will sit in orbit, waiting for a suitable target, be it a comet or an interstellar object, before rushing out to meet it. He added that the community can't wait for the discoveries of the Vera Rubin Observatory. The Galileo Project also reportedly plans to look for alien artifacts closer to home. In another report, the U.S. Director of National Intelligence is also said to have released a report to Congress last month, outlining what is known about 144 reports from military and intelligence sources of unidentified aerial phenomena. The report concluded most UAP probably were physical objects as opposed to optical or atmospheric phenomena, but the data were said to be so poor that it could not determine whether they were clutter, such as weather balloons and drones, still secret programs by U.S., foreign agencies, or something else. The Galileo Project is believed will aim to get high-quality images of unidentified aerial phenomena to discover their nature. Loeb said a 1-meter telescope with a modern sensor can see details as small as 1 millimeter on an object 1 kilometer away. He outlined that such an instrument can be ordered off the shelf for $500,000. He added that if funding allows, he would station tens of telescopes at strategic positions across the globe, scanning the skies for UAP, perhaps aided by radar and infrared sensors. However, there have been reports of predictions and what might likely happen in the near future. The question now is, are we still expecting more objects from space coming to the Earth? What might likely happen if we have more objects traveling the space to the Earth? Hold on, because the best part is coming up. Future predictions and prospects. Reports have it that one of the biggest outstanding questions about interstellar objects is their unknown abundance. It's no longer news that the object 3I Atlas is the third interstellar visitor in 8 years, but a weak hint of how many are out there, waiting to be found and seen. Predictions estimate there are trillions upon trillions of interstellar objects drifting around our galaxy, and perhaps one in our solar system at any given time, but they're typically just so faint that they're unlikely to be found by most telescopes.
Yes, it's seen all the usual technological advancements that come with any new observatory, but Rubin stands out because of what it's going to attempt to do. You see, unlike other telescopes where, astronomers might apply for time to use that telescope,
this is expected to change when a new telescope called the Vera C. Rubin Observatory begins a 10-year survey of the sky later this year. Rubin is expected to see somewhere between 6 and 51 interstellar objects in its 10-year survey. Bannister said that seeing such a population will tell us how unique or varied planetesimal formation is across different parts of the galaxy, referring to kilometer-scale objects thought to coalesce around newborn stars that become the feedstock for planets, and, when kicked to a system's hinterlands, become a reservoir of comets. Moskowitz highlighted that the puzzling question that remains is why we haven't seen much smaller interstellar objects. He said that if smaller objects are more plentiful than larger objects, as scientists expect, then we should have seen some small interstellar objects entering our atmosphere, appearing as meteors streaking across Earth's skies at speeds and trajectories that clearly convey their interstellar origins. Detections of such objects have been claimed, but the evidence behind them has reportedly failed to convince most experts. Future observations from large facilities, including the Vera C. Rubin Observatory, is believed to enable detailed spectroscopic studies, which are a technique used to decipher the chemical composition of astronomical objects. It is also believed that spectroscopy will allow scientists to determine whether 3I Atlas harbors exotic compounds not commonly found in solar system comets. Undoubtedly, the discovery of 3I Atlas underscores the transformative impact of modern astronomical surveys. Dr. Davenport highlighted that upcoming facilities, such as the Rubin Observatory, are expected to revolutionize the detection of interstellar visitors. Current projections estimate that Rubin may identify dozens to hundreds of such objects during its operational decade, enabling statistical studies on the frequency, composition, and origin of interstellar objects. Dr. Steele concluded that interstellar objects are no longer rare curiosities, but rather are becoming a critical tool for understanding the processes shaping planetary systems beyond our own. What do you think about Oumuamua's return? And do you believe it will have any effect upon the Earth? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click on the following video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.